history fictionologist? So what, everything you told us was made up?
Well, don't worry. Almost everything I shared was true. Well, except for the part about the family accepting me back.
I double-checked with Micah, and everything he said about the family, the watchmaker, and Mikhail is true.
Thank you for your understanding. Now let's get down to business. I'm sure you're all wondering why I went through the trouble of setting up this battle for the legacy. Well, it all boils down to something very familiar to all of you.
The Stellaron? But how is that possible? Penacony is a free-flowing interstellar hub. There are no signs of contamination whatsoever.
You're totally correct. So, care to take a guess at what that means? I wish that were the truth. But if that were the case, I wouldn't have invited all of you. The sweet dream doesn't come out of thin air. If you think of the memory zone as the sea, creating the land of the dreams is like filling that wild. To achieve this feat, without the help of an emanator of remembrance or enigmata, the only way is to use a Stellaron. And that's not something you can achieve with a simple wish. It requires vast quantity in Azdana. The planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster.
The planet of festivities itself is...
It all started a long time ago, back when the Watchmaker and his crew liberated the frontier prison. They faced countless challenges as they began. The Stellaron first entered the Azdana system during the war. The Nameless warned everyone against the turning point came after Tiernan's death. With two of the Nameless gone, the Watchmaker had to go to the front lines. It was at that moment his rivals saw. By the time a representative from the Montour System's family arrived at the Watchmaker's call, the Stellaron had already been activated and was seeping into the primordial synesthesia dreamscape.
And I suppose the family happened to possess the knowledge to seal the Stellaron?
Not just that. They knew far more about the Stellaron than the average person. They helped Mikhail swiftly quell the civil unrest and played a part in building Penacony under the disguise of the Harmony. Those three eras were known as the Age of Dreaming. The Watchmaker, who had been left in the dark, sent out invitations across the universe.
Then, how did they turn against each other?
Remember the island in the ocean metaphor? The truth is, the Stellaron was never truly sealed. It existed in a different form within the dreamscape. Think about this. What would it cost to create and maintain such its people's lives? The opulent dream is built upon the decay of spirits, with a toxic elixir called pleasure flowing through the dream. Confusion, laziness, and cowardice. Weaknesses that plague humanity were magnified and nourished by the family. Sadly, we realized this far too late. By then, the family had a firm grip on Penacony, swiftly quelling any opposition that arose. At my wit's end, I had to use the power of the Enigmata, and sought refuge in this chaotic memory zone. Over the years, I fabricated a meme within this dream for our use. Dormancy. That's its real name. We exploited a loophole. You see, regular people can't fall asleep again while they are inside the dreamscape.
So this is the true meaning of the impossible. You sent out invitations in the Watchmaker's name to find forces capable of resolving the Stellaron disaster and draw them into Penacony to uncover the truth.
It's not just that. Above all, I wanted to see what happens when the major factions engage in a struggle for the
So, the legacy is just a facade.
If you want to consider the Stellaron as the legacy, I'm totally fine with that.
If that's the case...
That's a question for Mr. Wings. The Stellaron is still under the family's control, and as the head of the Oak family, I'm sure he holds all the answers. Are you done talking? So, Will you tell us where the Stellaron is?
It is the Penacony Grand Theater itself.
As I suspected. It's the embodiment of the family. The edifice that first materialized within the Sweet Dream. That's what turned Penacony into its current state.
As for the person who employed its power, it is in fact Mr. Gopherwood, the current Dream Master.
Well, that was easier than I thought. Did you conduct your own investigation?
Correct. When I was trying to track down the person who murdered my sister, apart from you, Gopherwood was my second suspect.
Confronting me first turned out to be a smart move on your part.
I didn't have other options. The Dream Master has been elusive. Moreover, Mr. Gopherwood has been kind to my sister and me. And I didn't want it all to end like this.
What do you mean by that?
To be honest, my brother and I are also victims of the cancer of all worlds. We grew up as orphans, and were adopted by the family when they came to help. Mr. Gopherwood recognized our potential and brought us to Penacony. But I can't just stand by and watch Mr. Gopherwood become an enemy of the Harmony. I won't use my voice to support an evil cause. I won't step on that stage and sing, no matter who the traitor is, or what orders they give me. I won't let the Charmony Festival become an event that destroys Harmony itself, or the paradise in our dreams.
Indeed. For the paradise in our dreams. As the head of the Oak family, I'm responsible for ensuring Penacony's promising future. I'll fight alongside you.
The enemies you are about to face aren't like this old dog here. Since our interests are aligned, why don't we team up? Maybe.
We have always been following in the footsteps of our nameless predecessors.
Yeah, we Nameless won't back down from a challenge. Isn't that right, Miss Trailblazer? Exactly! It's time for the crew to save the world once more!
Rest assured, sitting on the sidelines isn't in our nature. Mr. Sunday, Miss Robin, I'm willing to accompany you on behalf of the Astral Express.
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Thank you all very much.
The Charmony Festival is about to start, and time is against us.
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations. I may have been quick to step up to the plate, but confronting the Dream Master could be a very dangerous affair.
Huh? Even you're saying that, Mr. Yang?
He's the leader of the families of Penacony, and he has the entire power of the Harmony behind him. Not to mention the Stellaron in his possession. We must proceed with great caution.
Maybe you can just stay behind this time, Mr. Yang?
No, that won't do. Even if we count Robin as an ally, something felt off about Mr. Sunday just now. Although, I can't quite put my finger on it. I have to make sure he won't turn against us when things start to get dicey. You're still carrying the keepsake the IPC envoy gave you, right? May I borrow it for a moment? Huh. I knew it. As I suspected, this chip Aventurine gave to you is actually a miniature transmitter. If I'm right, he intends to use it to track your location or contact you when needed. As it so happens, this may actually be of some use in the current...
Aventurine? Is he still alive? And what does he have to do with our mission to confront the Dream Master?
Remember what I said earlier? Working with the IPC is a way to keep the family in check. If negotiations go south and the family show their true colors by going after the Stellaron, I'll use this transmitter to send a message to the IPC. It'll be just the opportunity the IPC ambassador was hoping for. The only question mark in all of this is Aventurine's current status. But the IPC is always listening, especially senior strategic investment department heads like him.
Good luck to you.
Well, you take care too. If anything goes wrong, don't worry about me. Just make sure to seal the Stellaron.
Spoken like a true hero. Even if the Dream Master is innocent, the family's corruption runs deep.
Don't you have something else to tell us, Gallup?
Why would you say so?
Before we departed, the conductor asked us to inquire about the three nameless in Penacony. We've already collected intel about Rosalina and Tiernan, if I'm not mistaken. We've already met him somewhere, haven't we?
It's not enough to say meet, but the answer is pretty obvious. After all, I've hinted at it in quite an evident way. I've been watching over you ever since I received the reply from the Astral Express. And I've seen the great effort you all put into linking different realms together across the cosmos. Miss Himiko, were you the one who repaired the Express and got it sailing through the cosmos again?
Yes.
And you two, young Nameless, you have very interesting life stories and extraordinary skills.
I don't know much about my life story, but I do have extraordinary skills.
You're full of energy. Please send my regards to the conductor, Pom Pom. Please let them know that their friend has fond memories of his time aboard the Express, which he reminisces on every time he has a good drink. As for the last Nameless, he embarked, disembarked, and embarked again. On his deathbed, he told me to find the Astral. Come with me. Now is the time to reveal it.
Back here again.
Sometimes I feel like you're still alive, old friend. Like you've still got so much to say. I've kept my promise. Brought the future trailblazers you've waited so long for. I don't know why you were so obsessed with that train. But don't let us down, old man.
What's happening?
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead. The first and last Nameless of Penacony. Mikhail Char Legward, the Watchmaker.
Sure enough, the watchmaker is the third nameless.
The legacy he left behind was a dream. After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside.
Well, let's...
Wait, seriously? How could a dream bubble be empty?
That old man always had this strange belief in the nameless and the trailblazer. I could never figure out what was going on in that old man.
Don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left us the most Just as Mikhail believes in the nameless of the future, we unconditionally believe in the nameless of the past. How could they leave with regrets for the future when they were ready to dedicate their lives to the land they loved? There must be something contained in this dream bubble. It's just we haven't figured it out yet. You also have faith in the watchmaker.
Well, I'm a follower of the Enigmata. That's why I understand what...
Can I borrow your pet? I need to make a trip back to Golden Hour and check something at the Dreamscape sales store. It's for Mikhail, and for the future of Penacony.
Welcome to the Reverie Hotel.
Greetings. We're...
The Astral Express?
Yes, my companion's already...
I see, but your companion said you wouldn't be...
Now the...
And you are...
Me.
He's my fellow trailblazer.
Oh, I see. Since there's a precedent, it shouldn't be a problem. I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the other members of the Astral...
What do you mean?
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation like this.
How about this?
I'm afraid that's not possible.
How about you?
I'm sorry, but there...
So nothing works, huh?
Please be patient.
And now it seems you need to confirm our identities.
It...
Oh, fuck.
Please calm down, dear guests. I do...
I don't think she's trying to give a...
I have a bet.
Something doesn't seem right. I need...
Sure thing. Don Hung seems pretty worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
Greetings. I'm Cody.
Hello. So, do you think there's anything...
I'm not sure. At present, all of the families are focused.
She doesn't appear to be acting.
The Charmony Festival.
Hey!
Oh, come on.
Well, anyway.
Unsettled. Relax.
Well, looks like I'm back already.
Hasn't she returned?
Nope. Neither the staff.
I agree. I walked around the...
Well, I'll be... not so...
Are you suggesting...
I wouldn't say they don't want to attract...
If I were a family member...
Of course, we don't...
A secret signal.
That's right.
Oh, a conc...
I'm...
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
This is where my street smarts come into play. You're the...
Yes,
We're the name... We've been waiting. It's called...
I apologize.
Just...
Wow, this bar's something else. Certainly worthy of the planet of festivities.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey,
Has done.
Oh,
If someone had reserved...
that's straight.
Then what should we do?
No.
Well, what can I get?
Anything you recommend.
Then I would recommend...
This flavor.
Dynamite barb.
As long as you're satisfied.
Let's give the Memo Keeper another half system out.
The situation is it's unusual for the
Actually, there's, as you know, isn't there a saying I'm
talking.
Well, with that Acheron.
And you believe
I'm not.
anyway. Unless
Maybe it's people do, but eons.
you think she.
It's much.
But in my opinion.
Oh, so you're.
Exactly. It's more about.
I don't know what you've been. That's why the galaxy ring. Just in case. I have a backup plan if the Memo Keeper doesn't.
You sure have a lot of.
Well, by the way, when you were.
What's your.
It's simple.
No need for that.
Wait.
Are you
Huh?
Ha ha.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'll be waiting for.
No mistake. That.
Well, looks like.
You're back?
Oh.
2 guests?
She's one of them. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless are the only ones we can...
You are the Memo Keeper.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Hung. I've seen you in others' memories. And as for Boot Hill, this is our first face-to-face meeting. I hope you enjoyed that bottle of Aston.
Finally, Memo Keeper.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Black Swan, and I serve the Garden of Recollection as a Memo Keeper. As for Acheron's story, I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Greetings. I'm Acheron.
What? You Garden of Recollection shirtbag! You betrayed me!
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this Memo Keeper came to my aid and helped me escape their surveillance unnoticed.
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping. And
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals, namely all of you.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. You think I'm dumb or something? How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head and see what secrets spill out. Then, we can talk about trust.
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
No other options?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
This passenger is requesting...
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat and seems to be telling the truth.
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Dan Hung. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they need our help. As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed, I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited contact with each other, so this was the only way I could reach out. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise to return his relics to their rightful. Someone once told me raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods. So, how long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe. Looks like the god you mentioned doesn't it? Well, mortals and for some...
Like?
Sin-thirsters. They emerge. They were once my...
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? It was. The unwavering, as for me.
But you know, these sin-thirsters,
Does this seem point? Will some tasks have to be done?
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility.
I see. Thank you, stranger.
Before we part ways, I have one more question. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives may seem... If this is what the departed ones expected.
A good question. What I do know is that one day I too will pass away. Someone will stand at my grave and place a bouquet of flowers.
When I appeared as a child, my speech, as I grew into adulthood.
I humbly request your blessings.
Come to me, my kinship.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the out of laziness.
Do you sincerely repent and vow?
Yes.
Have you examined your... Are you willing to accept? Very well. Next, please.
I wholeheartedly confess to you.
Rest assured.
Oh, great.
I see.
But the Bloodhound family got wind of it.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners.
Oh, thank you.
Next,
Hey! Long time no see, Mr. Sunday.
I have sought their presence with...
Sure. Let's just get this over with. That's it. Nothing more.
Do you... see?
My sins? You think nobody knows what you're precious before you start spouting off your whole... Well, I'm...
Oh, revered, who can judge the strong? Who can vouch for the... Who can comfort the... If the strong, then...
Brother? Brother...
You've been working non-stop on the Germany Festival.
No need to worry about...
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, so even if the negotiation does not go smoothly...
You know, since arriving in Penacony,
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience.
Let's hope we can reach a consensus that satisfies everyone.
Indeed.
It's about time. We'll have to get ready for the meeting.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
Oh, dear. It's Mr. Sunday! Hey, come over here! Mr. Sun, if I just But it's no big deal. They told me not...
Selling everything you had? Why would you go to such length?
Why? Can't you see? It's better to be here at Penacony.
Is this...
Huh?
Oh, it's nothing, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. See you around, Mr. Sunday, and...
What's up, sister?
This is the land of the dreams. The man we ran into... He doesn't seem happy at all. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions.
I suppose you have a point.
Why do you say...
You think that man is not actually living. But that's not quite... People believe they have a predetermined value to... However, value doesn't come out of thin air.
Are you suggesting that...
Exactly. But the survival of the fittest. That's where all the tragedies in the world come from. People come to the sweet dream in Penacony to escape from that reality. No tragedies exist here. Only happiness. Although in its nascent form. Isn't that the same paradise we yearn for in our dreams?
Perhaps that man is just an exception. Let's not jump to conclusions. We should experience the dreamscape ourselves. Just as I did at Dreamflux Reef.
Yes. Seeing is believing. I'll accompany you. The Dream Master hasn't shown up yet, so we have some time for a stroll.
glad to meet you again. You're too kind, Robin. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so...
But if this went on forever...
Nah, not at all. Oh, every day you get to wear fancy...
But you know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality.
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life and fate.
I see. I genuinely wish you all the happiness and
I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball. See you later.
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate.
She had a valid point. I could sense her genuine happiness.
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality.
Well, she did make mention of being able to afford a room.
However, the paradise in our dreams.
No. In the paradise we yearn for. The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking.
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. You're right.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all, no.
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said with little time left.
And then?
How heart-wrenching.
They have. My physical body, my true appearance.
So, you'll be living forever in this dream.
My world has been torn apart.
That old man's story. It's so tragic. Fortunately, this sweet dream gives him joyful memories to hold on to.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
However, even the sweet dream has its limitations. While it provides solace to the disillusioned, it can't completely eliminate pain in reality.
There will be a way out. Penacony is already on the right track.
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady. Wait. Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled mass fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right?
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite. And they run away at the slightest hint of danger. In other words, they're naive and cowardly.
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. I've done so much for the family. You should be thanking me, because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would still be in shambles. Don't you think?
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us. Step aside and stop causing trouble for the Charmony Festival.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? You think I've no idea what you're planning? I don't care what you're thinking, chicken wing boy. But I'm pretty sure our lovely Robin won't be appearing on stage. After all, you're well aware of what a sorry state this dreamscape is in under the banner of harmony. Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise you desire?
Stop it.
What's the rush, chicken wing boy? Did I get to you?
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right, all right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness? Well, I've done my part. And now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to begin. Here, the last 2 gifts for both of you. And don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, remember to use them during the show. And it'll be thrilling. Bang!
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon. Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Back when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts. Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. You're carrying too much on your shoulders, brother. The paradise in our dreams. It shouldn't be like this. Penacony is nothing more than a dream. It can't erase the worries and pain of reality, or bring true happiness. It only—
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream, he might have completely lost himself.
That might be true, but even without Penacony, he could have chosen another path. As far as I know, the Intelligentsia Guild has been promoting their rehabilitation techniques for a long time now. That path may have been more ordinary and challenging, but now he's in a comatose state. Is Penacony granting these people a future? Or is it taking it away from them?
Well, don't forget this. Not everyone really has a future. The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing to their death. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were—
Yeah. We took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers. And later, when I decided to leave Penacony, I opened the cage and set it free.
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters because I didn't want to upset you. Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a perilous journey. That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen Eon?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people will never become heroes in their... Some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own. That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream, human nature contains greatness. In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails, there will always be fledglings crashing to their death.
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother, don't believe that the Harmony will save the weak, then which Eon can make our dreams come true?
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister?
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. If I could become a Cordmaster, I'd like to summon... Dominicus, the Harmonic...
I see. Then...
Don't you... have a wish of your own, brother?
Of course I do. It's...
Then, let's build a stage there, and invite everyone to our performance.
It's a deal, then.
Yeah, it's a deal. But how can I become a Cordmaster?
Maybe you'll have to become a star first.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
Huh. Since his last will, but pardon me if I sound... Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude? Staking everything on some name... Do you have the numbers? And in...
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is... Penacony is our rival's home turf. We're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than...
That's right. As long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron, either with words or otherwise, we have a chance at gaining the upper hand. But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater? Family security will be airtight, and if we brute force it, even if we succeed, it's too risky. So, no one's gonna say anything? What's that supposed to mean? You'd better believe it. So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the Soul Glad TM Festivity Auditions. As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar and be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin. Not that that's important. So, how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions? I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's fan club. To tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along. But now it looks like even if I scrape through, I probably still won't have the chance to shake Miss Robin's hand.
So they're still running this thing, huh?
We'll follow Marge's plan. Mr. Gallagher.
I'm afraid I won't have the time.
Should we ever cross paths again?
All right.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. We're faced with a formidable enemy. As long as the Astral Express and Stellaron Hunter's objectives are aligned, we're willing to cooperate with you.
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Penacony. I'm pleased that we can finally fight shoulder to shoulder. I couldn't ask for a better ending.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze. Now, everyone, let's prepare to move out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scorched Sand Hall. This is where challengers thrive and dream. If you have ambition,
Oh, wow! They've really outdone themselves! Oh, I'm starting to get excited!
behold, here come 4 friends with spirits high and full of zeal. Yes, you!
Excuse me!
As the last group of contestants,
Would you be open to a...
Your journey.
The sword and
A knight's head is hot.
People are pouring in. Kinda feels like all sorts of baddies are showing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please. Coming towards us now is one of Penacony.
Allow me to introduce.
Hello, everybody. I'm Himiko.
Don't you guys need to hide your identities?
Can't hide it any... hello, everyone! I'm March 7th. I'm an ordinary girl who loves adventures.
Hello, everyone. I'm Firefly. I am also an ordinary girl who enjoys adventures.
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This